Welcome back to another video and another weigh-in update. If it is your first time here, my name is Bex. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm just going to quickly go over my last week, what it's been like, how I've done, and then obviously give you the little weigh-in update. If it stops being so noisy outside. I think an aeroplane or something just went overhead. It's gone now. Yes, so the last week, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. It has been a totally challenging week for me. Now, it has been Jeff's birthday, Maya's birthday, and we went out for food last week. I had all these things planned in my head, might I say, that I really wanted to do. And while I didn't stick to what I said I was going to do, I didn't steer far wrong. I didn't go far off course, shall we say. So in my head, I said last week that I'm going to try and fill up on salad and bits like that. I think that's what I said anyway. I'm sure I did. And then when it came to it, I went in and I had kind of startery things. And then by the time I'd finished that, I was like, okay, now it's time for the main course. But I actually wasn't that hungry. So what I did is I went back. I did get a second plate. I had a bit of macaroni cheese, a piece of garlic bread, and then a couple of bits of dessert. And when I say a couple of bits of desserts, in these places, the desserts are sort of tiny little squares. So I guess because they don't want to be given massive portions and then people wasted them, because that's what happens lots of times in places like this. So I made sure that while I did have little tasters, I didn't have too many, but that was my first challenge. The next challenge was then going to be cake. And I love my cake. I really do. I just love cake. I love food. You know I love food. And while I was thinking, do you know what? There's going to be cake. Just deal with it. When you cross that bridge when you come to it, because it's pointless me trying in advance to say I'm not going to have this or I'm going to have this, because I know that when it comes to it, I'm just going to do what I want to do at the end of the day, because I suppose that's what we tend to do. So when it came to it and there was cake the next day, I was like, oh, I've had a meal out yesterday, but I don't want to not have the cake. So I had like a smaller slice. So I suppose that because I'm doing what I'm doing, that is the one good thing that I will always say. I am definitely being more mindful. Like a few weeks ago when we went out for food and I swapped the chips for a salad. So little things. And this is the thing for me. And this is what I would advise anybody that is in a situation like this. I'm not the type of person that can be really mechanical about it. I'm not a robot. I can't be completely in the zone, completely on it, because I know there's always going to be things that are going to trip me up. Because I allow them to, but also because I know that this is just life. And I think that's always important to remember. So I got it out of my system. I had the cake. I had the all-you-can-eat buffet. I just didn't overdo things as I normally would. So I can see a tiny bit of hair there. I thought it was my eyebrow. And I was thinking, oh my God, there's a really stray hair from my eyebrow. That's going to be a problem if I've got like really dangly eyebrow hair. I haven't. I've barely got any eyebrows, let's be honest. Completely off on a tangent. But anyway, so yeah, so that's how the week went there. And then it was back to work, and I had all the good intentions of planning and preparing, and I didn't do it. I did stick to Slimming World along the way, which is obviously what I'm doing it for, because I'm trying to stick to it. I didn't plan. This is something that I'm going to try and do this week. And I am going to, when I finish this video, I've got a couple of things to do, and I want to come back this evening and then just concentrate on planning what I'm going to have for the next couple of days, and then preparing as much as I can. Because I found a lovely lady on Instagram yesterday, and not only is she a breath of fresh air, she's an older lady. She plans, she prepares. She's lost an incredible amount of weight. And I can't remember her name. And it was something like Angie Sparkles, or she was brilliant. So I've followed her on Instagram, because I always find that and we're all doing it. Well, I do. I sit there and I'll doom scroll when I've got a million things I need to be doing. I mean, when you sat there of an evening and I'm trying to edit the videos and stuff, I'm always doing things I shouldn't do, and it does hinder what I could be doing. But at the end of the day, it's life, isn't it? And we've got to we can't just look at and focus on us, even though I probably should just be focusing on me. Focusing on other people and what they're doing and what they've achieved also helps as well. So there's method to my madness, and it definitely does help. And she was doing exercises in the garden. She was planning and prepping food, and it was nothing too complicated. It was really simple, really straightforward, and it looked bloody delicious. So I'm going to tonight do not exactly what she was doing, but I'm going to plan things, prepare what I can that's not going to sort of go slimy by a couple of days' time, because I like a salad for my work for lunch. But I also haven't remembered, not even I haven't remembered, I know why it is. So because I went away on the cruise and I knew that I had cruise videos to edit, or I've still got them to edit, I haven't been focusing on recording my days. I don't know whether people find that helpful or not. Maybe it's, and this is the other thing, there are going to be big changes for me, not for you, probably. But, you know, I set up a whole new channel. I'm going to do away with that because that is getting way too confusing for me. I did record some videos for it. I uploaded them, but it's also getting confusing because when you've got a couple of accounts, I was uploading or trying to upload them to the wrong one. I'm like, oh, this is too much head work. So I need to just focus. So I think what I'm going to do, here we go. This is where the changes are going to come in. So I'm thinking that I might just do kind of a meals of the week, and then where I was doing my Rebecca Recommends channel, I think I might do like a Rebecca Reviews day, maybe. So anything that I'm finding or buying or whatever I've got that I want to share, I'll do that on a set day every week. So that will go up, and then maybe the meals will go up on another day, and then my weigh-in will go up on a different day. So I've got the content come in, but then I haven't got my daily ones, which I haven't done this week anyway. So let me know what you think. Do you find the daily videos helpful? Would you like a meals of the week? Are you interested in reviews on things that I bought, like my smartwatch, like my, what else did I do? On my salt and pepper shakers, and it's not a shaker, it's a mill, salt and pepper mills, and other stuff that I've got videos that I did do but I haven't got up. Yeah, is that something that you'd be interested in? Maybe, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Anyway, you're not here for that. You're here. I just thought it was important to fill you in on things that are going to be happening, because that is something I've decided to do. So I will be doing it. It's just when. Daily videos. I'll do this week. I'm going to record as normal. So maybe I'll do it over a couple of days and then upload it as one. We'll see. How did I get on in class last week? So I had an amazing loss last week, as you know. Gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked myself. This week, it was challenging, like I said, very challenging. How did I get on? Let me show you my book. So when I went to class on Thursday, I'm very pleased to say that I did have a loss of, what was it? £1.50. So total loss, let me go there so you can see it properly. Total loss, £9 in 2 weeks. Extremely happy with that. And, oh, let me just check again, because is it £2? Was it £2? £2.50. So £2.50 to my next stone bracket. Am I going to try and get there this week? Well, let me tell you, I didn't do a lot of exercises in going swimming and stuff last week. So this week I want to get back to doing that. I did do my walking, which I've been trying to do every day anyway, so that was good. Let's see if more movement makes a bit of a difference, because, yeah. Slip-ups, challenges this week? No, just me. I mean, we went out for food today and I had a Nando's, so I'm not going to obviously share that because I don't want to be triggering anybody, but I had a Nando's for my lunch. It's just grilled chicken, isn't it? It's grilled chicken, but I did have chips. So, and I don't say that because I'm like, oh, it was so bad. I'm not saying it like that, because there's always going to be if, here I go again, if I'm having one meal out of 21 meals and it's not on plan, so be it. I'm not going to feel guilty. I'm not going to feel bad about it. Am I still trying to do Slimming World? Absolutely. And I always will while I'm doing it, which I hope will be like a lifestyle change and, you know, going forward the way that I'm going to be eating if I get to target, and then I'll just keep going because I know I have to pay and it's not going to cost me loads of money. But you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I had that for my lunch, but that is the only thing that I've found a bit challenging this week. Nothing going forward that I can foresee. And yeah, just gonna, like I say, plan, prepare, and I actually am going to do it because I know I always say that I'm going to do that, but today I'm really feeling motivated. So this is what I'm going to do. And I think because I know we've got less than 6 weeks now before we go away. So I'm thinking if I've lost £9 in 2 weeks, I know I'm not going to lose that every 2 weeks. I'm not stupid. But even if I can chip away slowly, then by the time we come to go in there, I'm going to be so much more hang on. Apologies, Jess really busy is changing the lights downstairs. I'm going to feel so much more comfortable in the heat, just in general, when we're walking. And there is so many, oh my goodness, there's so many things planned. So we were looking at some videos yesterday and they do canyoneering on one of the trips that we're doing. And I'm like, I really want to do it, but there's a zip line to get to it. And while I hate heights, I think I could probably go with it. But I'm really scared because of the weight. So there's restrictions on that. And it's really high up and it's on a big cable. And I don't think I'd be very comfortable doing that. But we'll see. But it looks absolutely... honestly, I'm so looking forward to bringing you because it just looks amazing. It really does. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I don't need to put anything here because I've not weighed on my Renfo like I was doing before. But I think what I will do as a side note is once a month pop on there, just because I'm interested for me, because it has like the metabolic age and the you know, the what's it called? What's that word? BMI, your BMI on there. So I'd like to keep a little check on that myself. So maybe once a month I'll do that, do my measurements, because that's interesting. It's not all scale focused either. I don't want to be doing just focusing on the scales. While I'm happy that the weight is coming off, there are going to be non-scale victories that are not going to show. So I'm not going to be solely focused on that. I feel like my head is absolutely in the right place at the moment. I'm chipping away, I'm being sensible, and I'm not sticking to it. I'm eating healthily, which is absolutely the main goal for me. It's absolutely what I wanted to do. And I'm sharing it along the way. And hopefully people will find it a little bit helpful, I hope. And that's what we're going to do. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.